Hello, this is Ryan, and in this next video tutorial we'll walk through the process for creating an isometric drawing of a actual truss. So the first step is to grab some dimensions off of your truss drawing so you know approximately what shape you're after. So in this case, this is a 11 foot 10.5 mono truss with an 8-inch heel. 4 foot 1 9/16 is my high heel, and I have a 3.5/12 pitch. So I'm going to switch to my ISO draft with my button at the bottom and hit F5 until I get in the orientation that I want. And my first step is to draw just the outline of the truss. I normally start here with the high heel. I have my orthographic on, 4 foot 1 9/16. My span, 11 feet 10.5, and then my heel is 8, and then hit C to close that. So there we have the outline of the truss. The next thing is to get our webs and our chords, and we can't use the offset command in ISO draft, so we have to actually know the dimensions. So if it's a vertical or horizontal member, the easiest thing to do is a copy, and that bottom is a 2x4, I believe, so copy that up 3.5. My vertical web, copy it back 3.5. Now to get this top chord, we've got to do a little bit more math, so I normally just bisect the top chord of my truss drawing with a line and then use the distance command to get the actual height, which is 7 9/16, which means that these are actually 2x6s. So I'll move those up another 2 and over another 2. So this here, if I copy it straight down, 7 9/16, that's the appropriate dimension for a 2x8. Then we can trim away the excess that we don't need. The way that these chords all come together, actually that's backward, looks something like that. Now for the webs, if you want to get them accurately, it's very possible to do them accurately, otherwise you can kind of ballpark it. We'll try and do them halfway accurate. So from the inner intersection to this panel point is 3 foot 2 5. So in my drawing, I can copy this forward 3 feet 2 5/16. That's that lower panel point, if you will. And then this point here, I can do a distance and measure from the midpoint to here is 4 foot 10 3. So I can copy that forward 4 feet 10 3/16. And then from that point, it's just a matter of drawing lines for the center point of our webs. Get rid of my construction lines. And now we need to figure out how far to copy those. We can't offset, remember, so I've got to measure vertically. If I bisect this web, that's 4 11/16. So if I come back over here, half of that would be 2 and what would that be, 5/16 roughly, and then copy back up 4 11/16. That'll get us close. And then for this web, it's a different angle, so I should bisect it as well and measure it, and that is 4 3/4. So that'd be what, 2 3/8 is about half of it, like so. And then we just trim away the excess. And add in any additional lines, trimming away the excess. So there's the face of the truss, and then to get thickness, all we do is take that truss, and I'm going to hit F5 to get my UCS moved that way, and move it over 1.5 inches. And then it's simply a game of connecting the dots where they need to be connected. And then trimming away everything that's accessory or extra in the background. And I'm running on a slower laptop here, but the settings not quite as I would like them, so it's obviously not perfect, but it works. So trim away the background there, trim away what's up above, and for some folks, depending on how your brain's wired, this step here can be the hardest step to figure out what to trim away and what to leave. So if you can visualize well, which most folks that can draft can visualize well, then you should be able to walk through it. And if you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to undo your mistake. So this should actually be a line, like so. That looks good. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So here is our completed isometric truss drawing. And remember, this is all in 2D space, so it really blends well if you have lots of line work in a 2D drawing. If I was to orbit around, that thing's as flat as a pancake on the screen. So it's just an illusion that it looks like it's 3D. So just to remind everybody of that. But thank you for your time, and hope that this works out well for you.